Alright, thanks everybody for waiting. Game 1 has loaded successfully. We're in there. As we kick off the LoL Summer League 2014.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Two new blood teams duking it out right now. The Bee's Thighs in the blue and Pang Smash in the red. Early ward placed down by Who Is Evan. He is the man with the diamond border from last season, so I'll be expecting big things from him. Putting in that work. As he gets an early scout onto Godly Jesus. Gets some free poke on him. Lux trying to respond with that E, but too little too late to get any damage back. But yeah, right now Pang Smash definitely looking like they're pretty hungry for the win. As you can see, there are early wards all over the map already. And the enemy try on bot, their own try up top, and the entrance to the Wraith camp on their side as well. So, but blue team getting a little bit of early vision down as well. Getting that Dragon River Bush warded right there. But both teams will have pretty early tabs on where everybody is, so there should be no shenanigans to be had. Lee Sin is already taking his blue buff. So that should be pretty uncontested right there. Surprising that he's deciding to start on his blue side. Normally Lee Sin's like to start red, but I guess with the bot lane there to assist with the leash, it'll make it that much faster. Teemo also assisting Jarman as well, as he will take his blue. Jarvan's gonna love that mana regen. It's gonna help his first clear tremendously. Godly Jesus already burning through a health potion though. Who is Evan putting the pressure on early? So he might need some help right away from Jarvan, which would be fine. Jarvan does like to gank. So one of the things he's really good at early. Oh, and here he comes, speaking of Jarvan, but that will be a little forced as Who is Evan is way out of range already. Lee Sin making an appearance just to back him up. Godly Evan though walking back in and gets first blooded. Oh my, the turnaround by Godly Jesus. Orianna did not respect the binding, and the smack from Jarvan aside the head. Easy first blood right there. Making something out of nothing. Gotta love it. So early misstep right there already by Orianna. But I'm sure that he's going to clean his game up after that. That's got to be a wake-up call. Got a little too careless right there. But not much lost at the moment. Should still have plenty of time to turn that lane around in his favor. Okay, so the Thresh Hook will hook the minion, so no plays yet. To be had bot lane kill, doing a good job of pushing in Teemo up top, as that will probably become an island. Most likely. Captain Kassadin playing very aggressive, and a nice Q coming across, hitting both, 2 for 1. And sub W getting hooked in again. Here comes the Jarman once again. Oh, but that nerf range on Jarvan's flag and drag really makes it hard to get that knock up. And as you can see, Jarvan goes in and pays for it, baits in his bot lane as well. And they take tremendous damage right there. Lee Sin wasn't even there for that, for the most part. He's showing up now, but yeah, Jarvan really forced the issue on that one. And this time there was no lockup, as Lee Sin will dive past the turret for an easy kill. And Leona is in all sorts of trouble. I don't think they're going to be looking to dive it though. They do not want to surrender the buffs unless they can get the hook right there. Yeah, and without the hook, they will just abandon that. Jarvan immediately making a beeline back to the bot lane though. He wants to try to pick up some scraps, but that ward's going to spot him out. And actually, we'll see if Lee Sin wants to make a move for him right now. He is feeling himself. Was considering queuing over the wall for a play, but he will instead just back off. You see Kale's E putting in tons of work. That splash damage allowing him to clear the waves fast and shove it into Teemo's face. And Teemo needs to be careful, as he did burn Flash earlier to escape death. And it looks like Kale thinking about going hard. It's going to be a little difficult with that blind, a little bit of annoyance. But once Kale hits 6, he'll be able to dive that pretty easy with intervention. Tank the tower. It's just going to be a matter of whether Kale can juggle the tower aggro, not get take too many free hits right there. Taking a look at the CS across the board real quick. Despite dying early on, Who Is Evan has done a very good job of pulling the CS far into his favor as Captain Zeus is off onto the side. Max range Q will land onto Godly Jesus, but Lee Sin will not follow that through as there's no play to be had at that moment. Godly Jesus really needs to be cognizant of where that ball is. He's taking a lot of free harass for that. Teemo trying to bait Kale to stick around. And Godly Jesus smartly using his ulti to shove out the lane and will quickly back. Buy himself some precious time to heal up and get back there before the lane pushes back. Orianna's clear a little bit slower at this point. But it looks like he's planning on sticking around. Very surprising. Does not have a whole lot in his inventory, and he is well below half. Unless he's planning on shoving out this lane again, as Jarvan does get pinged out by that nice ward there to spot him out. So Orianna wisely playing to the opposite side of where Jarvan is. And he will recall for free. So good escape right there. Good usage of the vision. Jarvan instead gonna take the Wraiths as a consolation prize. In fact, he is gonna run into Lee Sin again. And Lee Sin gets the Wraith, I believe, off of the Smite. So Wind Move will have to leave empty-handed. In the bot lane, Lucian, as expected, having a very good time of this bot lane, especially after things went sour so early when Jarvan forced that that gank. Because of that horrible turn of events, Caitlyn was forced to miss out on a lot of creeps. And it's not getting much better, as they are continuously getting poked under turret. And Leona can't really initiate right now because for Caitlyn, getting the guaranteed CS and gold is much more important. They should not be looking to fight right now. Lee Sin gonna hand off blue to Orianna. That's gonna help her pushing out a lot. It's gonna make her much more dangerous. Judging by how much damage Lux was taking from her poke already, it's probably gonna be even worse for her. Teemo continuing to get spanked down by the flames. And his CS is not improving. He is missing quite a bit under turret. And that's going to be a nice Dragon's Rage back. Saw that coming a mile away. And he's tanking the turret and the fail flash. Very, very sour turn right there as the teleport coming in. Here comes the Kale. Wind Move is in no man's land as he is isolated from his team. There is no peel for him. Kale going to quickly try to intervention up, gets the Q, and is going to run through the long way. But luckily Jarvan is not in the area, so she will get out scot-free. As she comes to join her team as they 5-man the dragon. And that's going to be a nice gold spike for them at 9 minutes into the game. Very well coordinated right there, making full use of the teleport, getting the dive. It is pretty clear to the red team at this point that Teemo is not going to be that much of a factor at this point, as he is down 33 CS to 71 already. So why not teleport down and get a bunch of objectives for your team? So we'll see what the blue team decides to do from here. Jarvan may want to try and help out the mid lane. The mid lane is having a very hard time, despite having that early kill, first blood early with the turn. It's as if that first blood never happened, and Orianna is just having her way with Lux right now. We'll see what the bot lane decides to pick up as they get their first pack. Is the first shroom of the game. Teemo hitting that magic level 6. So we'll expect to see a lot of shrooms all over the place. You can see that there's already about 3 of them planted in top lane. Yeah, Godly Jesus getting forced off the CS again and takes the harass. It's only going to be a matter of time before these lanes start falling. These towers, excuse me. And look at how far back they're forced to play. It's not a good look right now. And Lux has no blue buff. Who is Evan most likely going to disrupt that? Yeah. Gotta back a little bit farther from that. Can't be backing that close. So that's more time wasted right there as Thresh will pop the double box. And the culling coming across. Leona gonna go down for free, and because of the wall to Caitlyn's left side, there was nowhere for her to realistically juke that. So nice double kill right there by the bot lane of Thresh and Lucian. As expected, they would be having their way with that lane. Kayle stepping on another shroom, immediately walks backwards. Getting a couple spanks onto the tower, but the blind's gonna put a stop to that. And Teemo holds for now. But to be frank, just holding the turret at this point is not gonna be enough, as it is eventually going to fall. And Teemo is just continuing to be starved from gold as Kayle continues to zone him. Captain Zeus misses the Tempest, so there will be no cripple. And a very nice kickback onto Leona. They're so far ahead at this point, it doesn't really matter who they kill. It's all gold in the end. Like I said, Kamikaze Teemo wasn't going to be able to hold that for very long as the bot turret does go down. Ooh, nice E out of the Cataclysm by Lucian, and the lifesteal able to sustain him through the fight with Jarvan. And Caitlyn didn't even get the kill, so she essentially died for nothing. But a very nice final spark snipe coming out from Godly Jesus. This is a well executed snipe right there. And here comes Captain Zeus around the side again, trying to make more aggressive rotations while they are really far ahead right now. 22k to 15. And he is making a move on that blue. And Jarvan is nowhere near that, so that should be a free smite away. Or not? Okay. I was actually a little concerned right there as he smited a little early, didn't quite finish it. Godly Jesus had an opportunity to take it, but instead he chose to go for Lee Sin, and then that allowed Orianna to take it for herself. So that was actually an ideal situation for the red team since it went to the mid laner. Thresh roaming around, misses the hook, but the double shockwave and the sandwich by the red team is going to enable them to pick up another kill. And Pang Smash really came to play. They are coming out of the gates red hot. This game has snowballed out of control in a hurry. Nice attempt at the hook right there. A little bit off on the team. I'm sure they would have loved to have caught him there and picked up more gold. And yeah, right now red team has decided that they're tired of laning. And they're ready to start pushing as a 5. Leona trying to push the bot lane by herself. And that's not going to get a whole lot done as she's going to be killing those creeps really slow. It would be better served for her to be in the mid lane with her team where she can use her CC. Intervention will come across to save Lucian's Keister though. Good attempt by the blue team. They do need to start getting picks. Here comes Leona from the side. The Solar Flare doesn't really stun up anybody, but Jarvan goes in anyway. And here comes the fight. Coursera is in the middle of the team going very, very low, and he's just going to die straight up. Biggie Sexy will go down to the Teemo Shrooms and the auto attacks of Caitlyn, but Lucian is still at full life, and here comes Lee Sin to join the party at the last second with the safeguard in. And that's just going to be a quick rout by the red team, making it look easy.
Been destroyed.
Blue team got off most of the stuff that they wanted to, with Jarvan going in with his Cataclysm. It's really unfortunate that the Leona ult, despite being so close to everything, did not stun anybody. Only got the slow off. And a nice stylish way into the dragon by Captain Poseidon. As red team picks up with the Dargans. 30k gold to 18k. And blue team can't even throw in the towel yet, as it is too early. Lee Sin actually taking the blue buff by accident. I'm not really sure if there's anything the blue team can do at this point. On their own anyway. It's going to be on red team to throw away free kills at this point, as they are so ridiculously fed right now. Pretty much every member on the team has at least 3 to 4 kills. The only person on the short end is Orianna, but she does have 6 assists, and Thresh does have 11. So everybody is pretty much swimming in gold right now. And I'm glad to see that the Lee Sin is opting for defensive items, because somebody's going to need to go in there and be tanky. A good way to throw games is when everybody builds glass cannon, and then things go to late game, and then you just die straight up because you have no defenses. Orianna picking up a needlessly large rod that's going to do a lot for her power spike, and she has the sword shoes as well. Kamikaze Teemo is in big trouble. Luckily he has that mushroom to protect himself. We'll see if Kayle can get there. Nope, does not have flash available, so he will not be able to chase that down. That mushroom saving his life right there. But as you can see, because he's so behind, the mushrooms are not really doing that much. As Teemo just stays there in stealth. Shoots out the blinding dart to make sure that Kayle can't go back onto him for the kill, but that's still pushing it right there, I think. Lucian with the pieces of all kinds of stuff right now. He has a phage and a pickaxe. I mean, those will build into Trinity Last Whisper eventually, but kind of weird that he built both pieces already. Probably should have started building towards the Sheen at this point. Nice kill by Mark24. Again, not much to say about this game right now. Just good aggressive kills right now. Red team knowing that they're ahead, so they're just going out without fear. Worst case scenario is that they get collapsed on 5v2, but because all the lanes are getting shoved in, that's really not an option for the blue team. They'll just lose too much if they do that. Nice shockwave delivery. Dragon's Rage back to make sure that Lux cannot escape. Yeah, pretty safe kill overall. Win Love getting caught out by Kayle. Jarvan trying to duel. Pops the intervention just to make sure. And so unless he steps on a mushroom, I don't think there's anything that they could do. Lee Sin coming around from the side. Picks up a nice revenge kill right there. The combined ultis of the blue team will take down Lee Sin, but here comes the rest of the red team. Kayle is burning though, so she will have to be careful not to step on any more shrooms. And is just going to recall in place as she should. So yeah, for everything that blue team gets back, red team takes 2 to 3 times as much. They're already knocking on the door of the inhibitor turrets. And who is Evan going to help himself to the blue buff. And with the 20-minute mark coming up, we'll see if the blue team wants to keep playing this out. They might want to try one more team fight. Ooh! Again, Lucian taking a lot of damage. But the culling coming across to turn that fight. The heal has to be blown. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, Lucian, baby, where are you going? Intervention's not going to keep him alive for long, but he does flash out. Good escape. And the shockwave is going to seal that fight. All planned by Lucian, apparently. So, well done by Mark. It looked like he was on the brink of death, even with the intervention. And we'll see if the blue team wants to keep playing this out. it might be a better thing for your morale to just call this game a wash and head on to the second game, but we'll see. It doesn't look like they're ready to throw in the towel just yet. They want to keep playing. Captain Zeus easily able to tank that up. And now the wave clear with Orianna having a lot of AP now is becoming an issue, as they're going to be able to shove this up in their face. Lucian and company are busy pushing the side lane, as the binding just goes to the side. One thing I will say though, invisible mushrooms are proving to be quite the headache for them, as that's pretty much the biggest damage that they're taking right now. So if anything, Teemo, despite getting crushed in lane, is getting to that point where at least he's being able to poke them down a little bit before they siege. It's really making them think twice. But with that inhibitor down, things are going to be very, very difficult for the blue team. The 162 Caitlyn is not going to be able to output enough DPS against this team. Lucian already has the Trinity Force locked in, as expected, and then the Pickaxe Longsword will be a Last Whisper very, very soon. Red team looking for a cheese pick right there, posting up in that bush, but nobody coming out to check. They'll help themselves to another dragon, as Orianna gets left behind. But yeah, the Beast Eyes are not completely out of this set. They will have one more game to attempt a comeback. But after this showing by Pang Smash, it's not a good look right now. Pang Smash looks like they're on a completely higher level right now, despite dropping first blood early. Didn't really make that much of a difference in the overall outcome of this game. The bot lane just completely went to work. Jarvan tried to be an early presence. It worked out in the beginning, and then forced a really rough 3v2 that didn't really work out, got turned on its head, which pretty much snowballed the game out of control overall. Good check ward right there by Kayle over the wall to avoid Jarvan's surprise. And right now, Baron is on the table. We'll see if the red team even bothers with it right now. They might as well. They're at such a lead where even if the blue team came to contest, that would just be playing into red team's hands, where they would be out of turret range and they could just run them down. What little vision is left around Baron on the blue side is being cleared out by Captain Zeus. Yeah, and we'll probably see a Baron call in just a little bit. There's no reason not to at this point. They have eyes on a lot of the blue members. Yep, and here they go. Baron is being started up. Thresh gonna fly in. And Randuin's Omen purchased by Lee Sin. Very, very tanky already, with a lot of penetration. Lucian peeling off to scare away the blue team. Not that it was really necessary. So that Baron Asher is gonna pretty much seal the deal. There are no throw factors left on the board for the red team to give up. And with the inhibitor on the verge of respawning, they can just go back and take it again. And I see that Orianna has built an Ohm Wrecker, because why not? I mean, right now the most dangerous thing between them and winning the game is the towers, so why not, I guess. Very, very confident pick right there. Very evident of how far ahead they are. Yeah, and again, those mushrooms doing their work, keeping the red team low enough where they don't want to just full-on YOLO dive the turret. However, with the Baron regen, they will be able to heal up significantly. Jarvan taking a ton of chunk right there, as Leona trying to make a desperate heads-up play, but the box is going to get a... Wow! I can't believe that missed! Jeez, man, that ball... The ball just punted in the face of the blue team right there. Destruction executed by the red team, and they are going to take this game for sure right here. Even if they don't end the game for whatever reason. Oh my goodness, the Teemo. The Teemo is bleeding as Jarvan. Hail Mary ultimate right there. But it will do nothing to stop the advance of the red team, and that is going to be GG to Pang Smash. They will move up 1-0 in this best of 3. And Lee Sin going all out for his kill on Teemo right there. A nice intervention to stave off the Lux Laser, and that will be the first game in the book. 6-31, smashed. Pang smashed. Well played.
Do you put them back together?